Okay, good morning, guys, and welcome to another session of One Free Technicals. Yeah, so as we all know, this is basically a market outlook session. We get to see what opportunities the market have for us, and you guys get to see more of my strategy and how I trade, how I get my setups, my entries and exits, my criteria and all. And normally we look at my pairs first, then you guys drop suggestions, look at it. After that, the video is uploaded on YouTube and then the link is sent for those that missed or those that want to watch again. So without further ado, let's jump on the chat. Pretty excited today. I actually felt there were no opportunities, but I just saw now that we can have a lot of stuff today. So if we look at the fundamentals here, from a fundamentals point of view, we actually have activity today. We have a high impact news on the euro around 115. Yeah, when you're financing rates, I really don't have much idea about that. But then monetary policy statements, monetary policy is really, really strong because it's basically what there are two kinds of policies when it comes to economics. You have the monetary policies which the central bank sets, and then you have the fiscal policies which the government sets. So monetary policies are actually very strong stuff. They come with a whole lot of policies that either determine growth or which I don't want to use recession for an economy. Yeah. So and then we have ECB press conference. That's European Central Bank press conference by 1:45. So everything is around 1. Most of the stuff are around 1 p.m. So let's jump on our charts and see what's. I'm sorry, I said most of the stuff is before 1. Most of the stuff is around 1:15 to 1:45. Yeah, so let's jump on our charts and see what we can get. Yep, starting with AUD USD. Yeah, starting with AUD USD. So basically, this is what we had here. We had this break. I think this was on Tuesday or so, and then I was waiting for a retest. Yeah, and then I think that was what even messed my whole analysis and setups all yesterday because I was just rigid about that retracement so I can catch that buy, but then I forgot to look at the most recent market structure, and that was what basically killed my trading yesterday. I don't have any losses. It was mainly break evens, yeah, because I was just bullishly biased. Yeah, I forgot about. It's not like I forgot, but I just left it out. Yeah, so we had a tap here, we pushed up, pulled back, and then tapped up again, and then we broke structures to the downside. Now, yeah, price just pushed up now. Yeah, and then I think it's reacting from this neckline. Yeah, but then I don't think that's a very strong reaction because I'm not seeing any entry criteria there. See the reaction here. This is the neckline. Yeah. So now if you drop to let's drop to our 15 minutes and see something. See, there's no entry criteria. And most times when there's no entry criteria, yeah, most times the thing will not hold like that, to not hold as strong. But if this thing hold, yeah, if this thing hold, definitely it will come to break structure to the downside here. And that's where I'll jump on it since I missed that point there because I don't see my entry criteria. This is where I'll be looking out towards enter. So let's see if we're going to see that break, fine, we'll jump on it, basically. That's what I have on ADS things. All right. I just installed my trading view again. Let me change all these things. Yeah, it's speaking all noise. Good. Yeah. Hope you guys understand. Hope you guys understand this analysis. Yeah. Hope you guys are with me. Guys, I'm not hearing anybody. Leslie, Anthony, Ola, Skyboss. Are you guys with me? I think someone should say something. Just continue. So same thing with NZDs. Let me see. Okay, cool. Same thing with NZDs. We pushed up. I wanted that retracement by all means. I did not get it. The air price just pushed up. I forgot that it's just one of those days. And then I think, yeah, if we look at this thing critically, yeah, price consolidated here for a while. It tapped here plenty times, push, tap again, and then what it finally broke. And then I think it's still that level that price went to go and what retest before what it's trying to what come to the downside now. Now, what we can watch out for, this is looking like head and shoulder pattern. Yeah, it's looking like head and shoulder pattern. Where's that inside? Let me show you guys. Yes, head and shoulder. So if you look at it here, we had our left shoulder, the head, yeah, and then see our right shoulder here. So if we break to the downside, we can what look for what that retest. We can basically what look for what that retest for what a continuation. You get, so this is my level. This is the level I'm looking at for. And this place here, these levels here. I'll be looking to see what price we want to do at that point. Yeah. At the same time, hold these highs keen, because if price don't break to the downside and break that high to the upside, we can what look for what's the retest. Basically, what just flow with the market, keep an open mind. Yep, I made that mistake yesterday. I'm not going to make that mistake again. Not flowing with the market. And I think those that were in the session yesterday, or those that have watched the video, will actually sense that I was a bit off yesterday. I wanted that buy by all means. Yeah. So now EURUSD did something very sweet. Yeah. We pushed up, pushed down, pushed up. If you look at this on the 2 hours, actually was a very sweet double top. Yeah, even here too, you can see that's a sweet double top. And then we broke to the downside. They tested the neckline, that first retest, and then we pushed down again and broke structure to the downside. Now, US our major higher low. I mean, US our major lower high is here. Yeah, price just tapped into that level and then what is rejecting. And if you see at that same level, that's where we have the neckline. Do you get? But the thing now is, I'm not seeing an entry criteria. That's what is discouraging me from entering. So the same thing with AED USD. Yeah? If these levels here hold, yeah, because if you drop to the 15 minutes, let's see if we have any shift in market structure. Yep, we kind of have a shift. I really don't want to call this thing a shift, this level here a shift, because I want to hold this whole place as one leg, like this one whole leg. You get? Because this levels here, it's a bit tricky. That's the problem. It's like we had a high, we pulled back, we pushed up, and then now we broke it, and then price is what actually retesting those levels again. If you want to gamble it, you can gamble it, honestly. But the thing is, if you look at it on the 1H now, you see that there's rejection from the bottom. It's not a complete entry criteria. And that's what is giving me issue. Because if you see it, the candlesticks are having rejections on the bottom, which actually indicates that there's a little bit of what buying sentiment, I'll be buying pressure. It's not much, but then it's present. Do you get? And most times when I see things like that, I'm never comfortable with them. Do you get? I love my candlesticks not having comma or anything. Now let's take a look at the 4H. Let's see. The 4H is actually bearish. Yeah. But now let's see. Let me check something. This 4-hour range. Where the price tap. Price just tapped into the 70 and then it's pushing up. But then at the same time, we can see that the 4H is pretty bearish or bullish. Let's see. So we had 1, 2, 3 candles. We have 1, 2, trying to cover these two, but it has not actually covered these 2 candles yet. Honestly, I'll just flow with this market. What I'll do basically is just highlight these lows here. Yeah, this level down here. And wait and see if price will break it. Yeah. Once price breaks it, I'll be looking for that retest. I'll not want to force anything around these areas. It's not by force. I told you guys, I normally tell you guys this thing, don't waste your time on low probability trades. The setup here is looking nice, but it's very low probability. I don't want to gamble on it. Then let's go to GBPUSD. GBPUSD is still inside this range. Very messy. Very messy stuff. So we had this whole tap inside. We pulled back, tapped again, and then we broke. We went back into that range again. We pulled back, and then we went back to tap inside again. Now we did kind of like a shift in market structure. We tapped in around the neckline areas. We tapped down, and then we have kind of like been doing this kind of progression. But then now, price is pushing down. That's the interesting thing. Because as price is pushing down, if price breaks this level here, it's not like we'll know that, oh, we're bearish entirely. Yeah, we still have this level down here. That price will still have to come and what, try and break, which there's a high chance that price might just tap inside here and what, go back up and keep inside the range. So I think I'll stay clear of GBPUSD until it exists this range. Till then, I'm not going to do anything or say anything about GBPUSD. I'm going to wait to see it exit. Do you guys understand? Are you guys with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Now to get that whole overview on Euro USD bar, I'm going to take a look at DXY. And if you take a look at DXY2, it's the same thing. DXY2 is having that whole incomplete, unfinished entry criteria, half-baked entry criteria that is having rejection at the top. You get? So it's not really strong. It's not a strong something for me to say, okay, I want to risk my money for. It's not strong enough for me to risk my money on. I'm going to sit out and wait a bit. So for now, it's just to wait, play the patience game. Hopefully, we'll have a lot of volatility in the market today to actually want to push this market down or push it anywhere to break somewhere so that we both can enter. But now let's just sit back and wait for that high probability trade. Yep. Hope you guys are with me.
Yes. Sorry, can we take a look at GBP AUD?
GBP AUD. This is a very weird cross because to actually be looking like this because both of them are actually going the same direction since yesterday. See, they have been doing this kind of shitty. If you look at it, it's a very shitty movement. Look at how they have been doing this whole thing. It's like a mini range here on AED, but then look at GBP. It's the same thing. You can see anytime GBP is doing bullish candles, AED to be doing bullish candles. When it's doing bearish candles, AED to be doing bearish candles to see back. That's what I'm talking about. So it's actually going to look like that. That consolidation is going to look on the cross GBP AED. You actually see it. See? That's why I'm seeing this whole consolidation here, because they are just like both of them are in the same range. They are like moving the same way, almost the same way. So that's how it's going to look. Until you see price start creating impulsive moves, yeah, just stay away from this pair for now. You get? You understand?
Excellent.
Any other pair you guys want me to take a look at before we go? What's best you guys want me to look at? Any pair? Okay. USD CHF. Let's see. Okay. I said UGP. So USD CHF, yeah. We had this whole break. Yep. I think is this break. This was when? This was 19th. Yesterday was 20th. Yeah. So this was like no, I wish today that is 20th. It's yesterday. Yesterday that was 20th. So this was the day before yesterday, yeah. And then this was the area that was broken. And if you look at it critically, that will fall inside the golden ratio. Yep. Yep. And then price stopped at the 61. Yeah, price just kissed it. And then what? Started moving down. But then if you take a look at this movement down critically, price came, pushed up, and then pushed down. Yeah. And now price is trying to shift. Do you understand? That's this level did not hold very well. Or price wants to just go back and pick more orders. Do you get? So for now, yeah, what I would say on top this USD CHF is if you see price break like as it's pushing down, as it's pushing up to break like this, if you see it break this level like clearly, yeah, then you can wait for it, that retest. Do you get? And what's the continuation? Do you understand? But if you just break this level only, this one here, this small mini level here, and then taps into this area and then starts rejecting, and you want to catch that buy, it might cost you. Do you understand? Because this level is a very strong area. Do you understand? See how many times price tapped at the left side? 1, 2, 3, and then it finally broke. And then price is still tapping into that level again, tapped, rejected. There's a high chance that it will still tap and then reject. Do you understand? And the next time it might tap, it might actually tap inside and what flush to the downside. Do you understand? Because that's the golden ratio. Do you get it?
Yes, sir.
Good. So until you know that this whole setup here is invalid, is until you see that whole clear break of structure. If you don't see a very clear, strong break of structure, don't. Just still have that bearish bias. Because if you look at, I think if you look at the 4H2, the bias is still bearish. Let's see. Please don't start. Stuff is it's network-ish. But it's all good. I think today it's actually better. Yesterday at night, I nearly cried. Let me see. Okay, good. Yep, it's bearish. It's actually bearish on the 4H. Okay, let me show you guys something. So see that break here? See the break on the 4H? We broke, and then see as price tapped inside, see the massive, this is a very nice pin bar. This is a very nice pin bar, a very full healthy pin bar. See the very fat body. Yeah. And then price just like it's very sweet. This whole thing is bearishly sweet. Do you understand? So for now, don't switch that bias because of that small break. If you see that small break and then price taps into this highs here, once you see price break it above, don't do this thing. Don't change your bias. Just still hold that bearish bias. And there's a high chance that price might tap inside here now and create a very nice entry criteria on this 1H. So just pay attention to this and pay attention to these levels. That's all. I think Abby dropped it there. Let me see. Euro JPY. The person that said USDCHF, do you understand what I just, Anthony, do you understand what I just explained on USDCHF? Abby.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Abby said Euro JPY. Okay. Abby, this is interesting. Okay, so that break that we've been having on most of the pairs, yeah, we had that break yesterday, we broke, and then price tapped inside, rejected, broke below, and then price just is pushing up now. What you should pay attention to this high here, this one. The moment you see price clearly break, then we have shifted structure. Do you understand? But then we had that half-baked entry criteria there. We're still having it now. And I think this is just 824. So another thing that we might have here is price as price is impulsing up like this, but this candlestick might actually close bearish. So just pay attention to it. Yeah, if you don't see that break above, then leave it. But then if you see an entry criteria, let's go to the 15 minutes and see. Is there anything entry criteria each? Yeah. This whole thing can be annoying. Since it's my function. Battery is 33. Let's see. Yeah. For now, I will just do the same thing I did with AUD, Euro USD. Yeah? If you see that clear break to the upside, then you wait for the retest. Yeah. But then at the same time, pay attention to this level here. Because any trade, if you want to take a sell here, it's going to be very low probability. Do you understand? Because price has retraced up to the end of this range, which shows shows evidence of weakness in the sellers. Do you understand? So now, but if these areas hold and then we see a push to the downside, then we'll wait for this break here. Because price will break this structure and then we'll come to test it for the continuation of the trend. So that's basically how you guys should look at it. Yeah, someone said Euro card. Abby, do you understand?
Yes, I understand. Thank you.
No worries. This is going to be the last pair we'll take a look at because my PC will soon die. There's no lights, so I'm using my laptop battery. It's not that strong. Yeah, it's pretty strong. It lasted since around 7:45. I normally put it 15 minutes to the session. Let's see. We had a break, yeah, push break, and then we're just pulling back. I think this, if you look at this one, is actually the golden ratio exactly. It should not, yeah, it should be, yeah, it's the golden ratio exactly. But the thing now is all these and these rejections we are seeing are very weak rejections because we are still seeing rejection from the downside. Do you understand? That's why I'm not holding them. Do you get? See, if you look at it on the 15 minutes, you see that this candlestick wanted to be an engulfing candlestick, but then it has a rejection from the bottom. Do you understand? See this see this one here that I'm talking about. This one here, this shitty one. Do you get? So it's not convincing enough for me to risk my money on, or to advise anyone to risk money on. So what I would just say is that just pay attention to other levels and see whether price will break. Do you get? What's your major lower low here? I mean, lower high is this one. Your major lower low is this one. Do you get? So pay attention to these levels and see what price will do. Do you get? Till then, or until you see another entry, you see a clear entry criteria in your entry time frame. Don't take any trade, just wait. So now 3 things, yeah. Either you wait for that break to the downside for the retest, or you can have a break to the upside and what you look forward to what the retest, or you can pay attention to this area here, this golden ratio here, sorry, to see if you see what an entry criteria you get. Who dropped it? I think that was Anthony. Anthony, do you understand?
Yes, sir.
What questions do you guys have before we go? This is the last pair we'll look at today. What questions do you guys have? Any questions? Okay. In the absence of any question, I'll leave you guys with this thing that nearly cost me. And in short, that destabilized, not costing me any money yesterday, but it destabilized my analysis and basically my trading psychology yesterday. Be open-minded, flow with the markets. You understand? Don't worry about what happened before. Just be faithful to the strategy and always flow with the market. If the market breaks a lower low, it's basically what? A downtrend. Do you understand? If it breaks that lower high, it's an uptrend. Like just flow with it. Just flow with it. Anything that happens will happen. Do you get? If you sit back and start worrying too much, then it obstructs your execution. Do you get? So be open-minded with the markets, guys. And once this video converts, I'll be sending the link to the group chat. Please have a beautiful and a wonderful trading day, guys. And thank you so much for attending this session. Catch you guys same time tomorrow.